There's really no secret about our approach. We keep moving forward, opening up new doors, doing new things, because we're curious. And curiosity keeps leading us down new paths. We're always exploring and experimenting.
Hey, everybody. Happy Tuesday. Hope
Hey.
you're doing great. Welcome to another episode of the Imagineers Disney podcast. I am your host, Matt, and I am joined, as always, by my good friend and co-host, Susie. Hello.
Hey. How's your week going?
It's going all right. How about yours?
It's going. Mom things, dog mom things.
Yes. Still
Yeah.
training Cooch.
Yeah, we're having a better week this week. He was really good today, but yeah, it's a lot, but he's getting better. I have things are backwards on our screens. This is my stuffed copper. Now my actual dog is not stuffed. That'd be weird. He's real. He's just not here right now.
Yes, he's elsewhere. We don't want a repeat of
like 2 weeks ago. He's getting better. But how about you? How's your week? What have you been up to?
Oh, just prepping for this show so far this week.
Wow.
I know.
Oh my gosh, at least one of us does our homework. I'm just kidding.
We do our best. So our topic for tonight is going to be Disney Magical Celebrations. And I
Ooh.
know that is kind of vague. And we will get to that
It's
in just a
purposefully
minute.
vague. Yeah.
It's purposefully vague. I actually asked a question in the comments about if money were no object, how would you celebrate an important milestone at Disney?
Mm-hmm.
I asked that on Facebook and Instagram, Twitter. No, not Instagram. We didn't do Instagram today. Twitter. And so we'll definitely talk about some of your responses. But there's a reason behind this, and we'll get to that in a minute. But
Like, go crazy now. Like, even before we get into it, just start commenting the craziest things you can think of, because by the time we explain this to you guys, there's like a chance they could actually be possible. Your crazy ideas may not be so crazy.
exactly. And like people are like, oh, I want to stay at the Polynesian. I'm like, no.
I do too, but
I mean, that's great. That is a valid thing to want, but think a little more outside the box.
Mhm.
But before we do that, there is another milestone we have to talk about.
Yes.
We have a very awesome listener who listens to the podcast every week. His name is Sam, and he is celebrating his birthday on Friday.
Yay, Sam!
He's turning 13.
Oh my gosh. What a big kid.
Yep.
13 is like, that's a huge deal though. That's a big threshold, like into the teens.
Yeah, so that's a big milestone. And so we just wanted to give Sam a shout out. Happy birthday. It is actually my kid's birthday on Friday too. So
oh my gosh.
Sam and EBK share a birthday. And
wow, that's so cool.
we've made a last minute decision to go down to Disney World, to Magic Kingdom. She doesn't know that we're going. And we're gonna surprise her
too, so
for the birthday. So she's turning 3.
Mm-hmm.
And she does not turn 3 until 5:35 p.m. So we will be in the gates one last time
before she's 3.
Before she's 3.
See, I couldn't get away with that because, first of all, I have a conscience and I wouldn't lie to Disney. I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. I was born in the morning though, like 6 a.m. morning, so that wouldn't work. But yeah. So Sam, thank you so much for listening. And Sam, we've been communicating a little bit about. He sent in some really cool topic ideas, and we just love hearing from you guys. So it meant so much for us to hear from Sam, and of course, we want to tell him happy birthday and
we have a lot
wish him the best.
A lot of people in the comments are saying happy birthday. So
oh my gosh, Disney, you guys are great. Disney fans are the best.
Yep, it's the best. So happy birthday, buddy, and thank you for listening, and we appreciate you and your family. So, but yeah, Sam actually said, hey, when are you guys going to talk about WandaVision?
Great question.
It's a great question. I think we'll do an episode perhaps after the first. Well, no, wait. This is a one-off season, right? Like it's a limited series.
I think so. I think we're moving into an era of limited series. Right. I think obviously Mandalorian is not. I don't think the Bad Batch will be one season because it's animated, and so they have more. Not as many like time restraints and things with COVID, but that Loki, Falcon and Winter Soldier, and even the Obi-Wan series, jumping back to Star Wars, I think those are all just going to be limited series, but it is probably good when it's all finished to do a recap because we're going to be moving into a whole different era of Marvel. And I think we should definitely take the time to explain, or at least do our best to explain what that potentially is going to look like over the next couple of years.
Right. And I want to tread carefully because I think we are still too close to this past episode to really go in depth in it. But we'll just say that.
We should definitely talk about the first couple because I think a lot of people are getting hung up on the first 2 or 3 episodes and not giving it enough chance to see where it's going. Mm-hmm. And I think purposefully they did the first 2 episodes aired the same night on purpose because if you've watched it, you know, you're seeing like this weird like progression. Each episode is a different like sitcom set in a different decade.
Mm-hmm.
So to do those first 2 together just means it was closer to that 4th episode, which is when things really change and you kind of get an inside look at what's going on. And to kind of drag that out even a week longer, I think they may have lost people's attention because people don't like to wait for things. But you guys have got to just watch it. I love the sitcom stuff. If that's all it was, I would still watch it. But definitely go through and stick with it.
Right. And, this is not bashing anyone's opinion on TV, but some people just don't like black and white. Some people just don't like the pacing of it.
Let me tell you, that first episode, I was like, this is the Dick Van Dyke Show. I absolutely loved it. I loved the cheese, even the set, her outfits. The guy looked like Mel from the Dick Van Dyke Show, which is they're being very cheeky in the pop culture references that they're doing. And even the most recent one, which was very Full House inspired, which is, of course, there's an Olsen connection there, but I love it. I love the black and white episodes.
Christoph has actually chimed in and said, streaming services and binge watching has spoiled this generation. Ooh, I think I may agree.
I agree. I like the episodic releases.
We have forgotten how to watch television in a way. So I enjoy the anticipation of the cliffhanger after each episode and what comes next. So
it's really different. And if anyone has Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. experience, this is kind of the same thing where you don't really know what's going on and you're slowly getting pieces. So it's definitely worth investing the time in.
Right. And I think we're getting to the point where Marvel and even Star Wars to a degree, and The Mandalorian definitely has the requirements for fully understanding what is going on in the show depends on how much you watched the Avengers movies and Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. to an extent. Basically the other Marvel properties and television shows and movies. So they are becoming more entwined, and we know that WandaVision is going to tie directly in to the next Doctor Strange movie, which is called The Multiverse of Madness. So I won't go into specifics on what happened this past Friday.
Okay.
But, the multiverse thing for Doctor Strange was a clue at where this was going.
I'll also say this may be like a little out of left field, but just to get the general idea of what that could possibly mean. And I'm 95% sure I'm 100% sure it's not on Disney Plus, but Into the Spider-Verse.
Yes.
If you watch that, you get kind of an idea of potentially what we're going to be seeing in this next phase of Marvel. So just to get your feet wet into that before we jump into the deep end of the pool, just to kind of understand what that concept can mean. Go and watch that. And then maybe remember that Disney recently purchased other properties. And so maybe watch those other properties. I don't know.
Disney is wielding that power in full force now. And it's coming to fruition on screen. So we will talk more about this once season 1 has concluded, and we can speculate on. I'm sure there's going to be some cliffhanger leading up to the Doctor Strange movie and other.
When is that coming out? Next year?
Yeah, I think so.
I hope that's still on track, because I wouldn't think you want to give people like too much of a gap between WandaVision and the new Doctor Strange movie, just because it's kind of a more complex issue that we're dealing with than we've seen before. But I don't know. And then Falcon and Winter Soldier comes out next month,
right?
And then Loki.
It's a big year for Disney Plus, for sure.
And Black Widow is still set for May.
Yep.
So I've missed this whole immersion into the Marvel universe. It's been a long time. I missed this feeling.
It's going to be back when the first episode, when the Marvel theme played. I'm just like, yes, we're back.
This is right in this moment. Yeah.
So there's a lot going on so far in WandaVision, and if you have not caught up, if you gave up after 2 or 3 episodes, give it another chance.
You got to get to that fourth one. It really starts to piece together what's going on. It reintroduces characters from previous Marvel movies who may have been like side characters or children at the time. And it literally picks up immediately after the events of Endgame.
Right. Correct. Couple of comments during this discussion. Michael said, in referring to spoiled television watchers in this generation, he says, "No, not me, as a 15-year-old. And in the generation, I love having to wait because I would watch shows the exact time they would come out because I did not know how to use a VCR." Yeah.
Love it.
Danny said, "Me. I don't want to spoil." Also me. Clicks the WandaVision trend on Twitter.
Listen. That's the good thing about the episodic releases is that you know there's only one at a time coming out, so you don't have to worry about seeing spoilers like 4 episodes down the line. You just have to wait until you get that next one, and then you can go and look. But you have to avoid Twitter. It's going to trend. I got some slack from people when I just tweeted the word Grogu. It was trending like internationally. And then they're like, "That's a spoiler." I'm like, you don't know what that means out of context. So whatever.
You didn't like post any photos along with that.
No, it was just the word Grogu.
Yeah. So
and it could have been like my dog walking on the laptop. Who knows? That's not a word until you see the episode.
Yeah. Anyway, no spoilers here.
Not yet. Matt won't let us.
We'll let you watch it. So we will again revisit that after season 1. Well, after the season concludes.
Yeah.
Okay. Moving on to tonight's topic.
Main event.
Disney magical celebrations. And we asked you, if money were not an object, how would you want to celebrate at Disney? And we've already had several comments, and I'm going to get to as many of them as possible. I'm scrolling. We've had a lot of comments coming up. See.
I like us.
Oh. Scroll. Bear with me 1 second. Oh, here we go. Sarah Hayes. My husband and I would renew our wedding vows in front of Cinderella's castle.
I love that.
Yeah, that kind of ties into the wedding episode that we did a couple of weeks ago. That could definitely
can be
work.
Done.
Spa day and high tea at the Grand Floridian. Yes.
Girl, save me a seat. I am waiting for tea to come back. I'm so ready for the tea to return to the Grand Floridian.
Yep. Let's see here. Patrick commented, if money was not a factor, we would do a 14-day Disney cruise and then a week in Hawaii at Aulani. Yes, that would be wonderful. And then
a little pricey.
A little bit, but money's not an object, is it?
That's true. Not in this scenario.
Then we had
multiverse.
We had a couple of comments on Twitter. Jonathan said, I'd stay at Polly, eat at California Grill, do a monorail bar crawl, and get a private tour.
That's fun.
Solid trip.
That's legit.
Our good friends over at the Geeky Waffle.
Mm-hmm. They're so fun.
They're amazing. Go check them out. Post-COVID, book the Treehouse Villa and go to the parks with all of my favorite people. And I said, did she respond to that? No, she didn't. I said, go crazy. Like, think crazy, because we'll get to why we're asking this in a minute. And then the last comment we had was renewing vows at Magic Kingdom, all the trimmings, reception at Animal Kingdom's Club 33.
Ooh, I love how they're specific about that too.
Yeah. Oh, and then Geeky Waffle did respond and says, if money was no object, Club 33.
There it is.
And also an all-day pamper session at Senses Spa.
Oh.
So we have lots of Senses fans.
Well, yeah. It's been a stressful year. As soon as that spa opens back up, everyone's going.
Susie, Susie, I think once it reopens, you just need to go.
Okay.
Have an experience and then come back, and we need to do an episode on Senses. and all the things they have to
if you insist, if I'm going to be dragged kicking and screaming into senses for the show, listen, I deserve this after what you made me do with the kitchen sink.
Yeah. All right.
Almost forgot about that, huh?
So, yeah, purged it from my memory. So Disney Magical Celebration. So, while we were at Disney World a few weeks ago, back in January, we had sessions with Disney on kind of some services that they offer. You know, we knew about, I knew about the, the wedding, fairy tale weddings. That's really common knowledge. But we had another presentation that I think was really eye-opening for pretty much everyone in the room.
Yeah.
And it's celebrations at Disney. Just it's pretty much whatever you want to celebrate.
Yeah.
If it's a birthday, a retirement, an anniversary, and we're not talking about,
going to Disney and wearing a pin.
Yes.
We're talking about having your actual
or having
party celebration.
Or, California Grill delivered to your room. No. We're thinking way outside the box. So I wish we could have taken pictures of the examples they gave us in the presentation, but they said that we couldn't.
Yeah.
We couldn't share them. But just to give you an idea of what we're talking about, they gave examples of people who paid probably large sums of money. But what was surprising was how different and how unique each of these was, and how they were catered to that individual's requests, like wants and desires.
Right. It's not like when you have your birthday, like growing up at the zoo, and you get they do the same thing every time they bring out, you know what I mean? There's not a template. It's not like if you have an event here, this is what they do. They talk to you, figure out, of course, what you're celebrating, what you're into, find a whole way to craft the event around you. There's not going to be duplicate celebrations like this.
Right. And I think one of the ones that stood out as an example, there was a gentleman, I believe it was his 60th birthday.
Yeah.
And it was at Disney World. And he was a huge Indiana Jones fan. And what they did, it was after hours. Most of these things that were in a couple of the case studies are after hours events. But they set up an area. I don't think it was in Harambe. I think it was actually in Maharaja Jungle Trek, just judging by the surroundings. But they turned it into this Indiana Jones themed area. There were like these giant snake heads.
Yeah.
And, they had food, and it was, he invited his friends and family. And it was just kind of a uniquely themed birthday celebration based on what he loved.
In the park. Private to them. Yes. After hours. This isn't like, just sneaking in and having like you mentioned, or not even sneaking in, but having like your birthday lunch somewhere. This is renting essentially a portion privately of either a resort or an area of the parks at Disney, just for you, working one-on-one with Disney to decide what is this celebration, what is this event going to look like.
Yeah, I mean, we're talking about the ability to rent out entire lands at Disney. I know that Pandora has been rented out for a couple hours, where you can ride Flight of Passage over and over and over again,
and fly.
But they had like themed food and everything. I know that right before the Great Movie Ride closed, there was a group who they rented, they were able to go inside the Great Movie Ride on the track in the Wizard. I believe it was in the Wizard of Oz section.
Oh, so jealous.
And they had tables set up and they had a meal, and
it's unbelievable.
And it was really a last look at that ride for so many people. And
Yeah. And see, that's not even like a birthday. That's like celebrating that attraction. So yeah,
right.
birthdays, anniversaries, like sweet 16s, just any other kind of thing that you want to celebrate, like having the money to do something like this is
Right.
worth celebrating. So just do that.
Yeah, and I think they said that no one has done it yet, but Galaxy's Edge, or maybe they
Yeah.
have.
No, they said they have done Galaxy's Edge, but they haven't done Rise of the Resistance yet. So they are still working with their like safety teams and everything to determine where in the attraction the event could be held and what it would need to, keep everyone safe. I personally would definitely expect it to be in the hangar with the AT-ATs. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, no.
You're thinking.
I was going to say the Stormtrooper area.
Oh, at the beginning?
Yeah.
You don't want to be sitting under like a AT-AT eating pizza or something?
That would be cool too.
I mean, like you're standing next to a life-size walker. That is so cool.
Yeah, that would be great.
Or in the room with Kylo Ren.
Yeah.
So what would you want to do though? Money's no object. You can have your own Matt Disney magical celebration. Of course, I'm assuming I'm invited to experience it. But what would you plan and where would it be?
I would maybe do the hangar.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
That's number one on my list too.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, for sure.
Oh my gosh. Oh, but here's the other thing. I think we have to back up a little bit because similar with how, there's other options you can have when you're planning your wedding, you can also bring in Disney entertainment.
Yes.
Characters.
Oh, you just gave me an idea.
Oh, what is it?
I mean, private session with the Country Bear Jamboree. I mean, come on. Come on. Bring it on.
Just jam out.
Let's go.
Oh my gosh. I would have them sing any of the songs from the 2003 blockbuster film featuring the country. I'm just kidding.
Maybe not that, but definitely some blood on the saddle.
But can you imagine being in the hangar and like everyone's dressed in like Imperial, or I guess not Imperial, First Order officer uniforms, and like stormtroopers are bringing you whatever, and like, Rey is like in the corner, like trying to like, talk to you as you're a spy or something like that. Like that's a whole like thing.
Yeah.
I know that's very descriptive.
Yeah. I mean, literally the sky is the limit. They gave us other examples of, birthdays. I think they had like an Aladdin themed one. It looked like literally like a scene out of 1,001 Nights. So Scheherazade, but that was really cool. And it doesn't even have to, it can even extend outside of the parks too. So one of the other things, another example that really kind of stuck out with me, I guess there was a family of like 50 and they rented a charter bus for the entire week to escort them, from park to park or wherever. But they had a custom bus wrap.
That is so cool.
For their family.
That is so cool. Also outside of the regular 4 theme parks, you can rent at the water parks.
Yes.
And, summer's around the corner. Hopefully COVID is clearing up. I don't know what those restrictions may be, but I mean, in the morning, or I guess after, even still at the water parks, but like renting the wave pool. So you just have like a beach party with you and your friends, and you have the entire like Typhoon Lagoon, tidal wave area to yourself.
Yeah. So Sarah has just amended her comment from earlier. So she was like, so renewing vows in front of the castle.
Okay.
In Fantasyland, Beast Castle. But then also, all the princes and princesses come out and join us in a first dance. Now that
would be so cool. Oh my gosh, that just makes me so. I remember a couple of times in a row we happened to be at Disney for different things around Valentine's Day, and they used to bring the princes out, like with all the princesses for Valentine's Day a couple years ago. I love that. I love their interactions. So good. I have a couple on my list if you want to hear. So this one's not at a park. This is at a resort. I would want to rent Hoop-Dee-Doo.
Yes.
Rent Hoop-Dee-Doo out. Have some kind of sing-along.
Have a private show.
Yes. How fun would that be?
Oh, calling Rob Lott.
Calling everyone to join our Patreon page so we can do that. Festival of the Lion King. I don't know if it's like the show or it's just something in that room. I love that entire area. I think they could do something really cool on that. I guess it's a stage, even though it's like floor level. And then the last one is Thanksgiving dinner at Living with the Land. Because like all the food's around you.
Just pick it.
Yeah, you just. I don't think they'll let you do that though. But I mean, that'd still be funny.
Yeah, pick it straight from the vine there.
Yeah, shuck your own corn. Vegetarian's dream.
Right? Okay. Sarah did comment one more time. She said, my mom actually tried to find a Mickey and Minnie to come to our wedding. Now, was this at Disney or are we talking like Times Square Mickey and Minnie?
Oh, no. I don't think they would go that far.
Oh, boy. So, good times. Well,
but,
one of the reasons I mentioned this is because as, you know, they're kind of doing the test run stuff for our travel agency because Travelmation now is platinum and we can actually book these things for you. So if you actually have the ability and desire to do this, you can let us know and we will get the ball rolling on it for you. So
and we joke around that about money being no object because we literally mention like the most pricey options possible. Really though, if you have a family reunion or something coming up and you're splitting this between multiple families, what you're getting for that price is actually going to be, again, depending on whatever you do, wherever it is, size, everything, it can be pretty reasonable. There are very options that aren't that, you know, once in a lifetime, you need that special like millionaire friend to afford to get you into something like that. There's definitely more like realistic options. So don't be intimidated when we say like anything, you know, whatever you want because it's Disney, because Disney's, you know, typically maybe comes with a higher price tag in mind. There are real options you can do that, again, split among friends or multiple family units is really affordable.
Yeah, and we actually had an agent with us who said that he has been to something very similar to this where I think they rented out the wave pool.
Yeah, I think that was it.
And there was a ton of people and they were able to really drive down the cost because it was such a large group.
Mm-hmm.
They had it all to themselves. So it is definitely feasible. It can happen. So we would love to help you with that. Michael actually commented talking about the Mickey and Minnie thing. Hollywood Mickey and Minnie are the worst I've seen. Some bad things.
Oh no. My young eyes should have never seen
Sunset Boulevard Mickey
and Minnie. I have not seen that. I don't think I want to now. Not gonna Google that.
Anyway, so we as your trusted travel agents would love to help you with your dream Disney celebration. But beyond that, if you just want to go to Disney, we'll be happy to help you with that as well. So as always, you can find us by just emailing us at imagineerspodcast@gmail.com. Let us know when you would like to go and we'll get some quotes for you. No obligation quotes. And remember,
don't we have something going on right now?
Yes, we do. So through March 1st, if you book through March 1st for 2021 vacations, and it doesn't have to be just Disney, we've actually booked a couple of nice little vacations outside of Disney World. Got an all-inclusive down in Mexico. So
oh my gosh,
actually went ahead and got that $50 gift card for them.
Woohoo!
Mail it to them soon. But yeah, there's you know, we're doing this special through the end of this month, February. So on March 1st is when this giveaway ends. So if you're planning on taking a 2021 vacation, and again, it does not have to be Disney. We love booking Disney for you guys, but it can be Universal and it can be a cruise. Hopefully, those are going to be happening here soon. It can be all inclusive, and if you're already planning, this is money in your pocket. It's free money. So,
and it saves you time. Like seriously, you guys. I know the temptation of like if you've been to Disney before to just do it on your own. Matt was my travel agent for a long time, even during this show. Like, I mean, I know Disney stuff, but if I'm like busy or I just want him to find like the best solution to something, like it really saves you so much time. I have a friend I'm going to help book her trip this weekend, and they're pass holders and they're doing something like really special, but she just wants, travel agent to come in and like not have one more thing to deal with because she has 2 kids. So like she's busy. So even again, like if you are going somewhere completely new and you want like to save yourself time researching and just have someone else book it, or even if you're a pass holder and Disney is old hat and you know exactly what to do, it still saves you time and you cannot put a price tag on that.
Right. And, for people who don't know, it costs you absolutely nothing to book with us. Like
we're free.
We get the same prices that you do, and we're giving away free money pretty much for doing it. And, it's our way of saying thank you because you are supporting a small business, or in Susie's
businesses.
Hey. So, it's a lot of fun for us. We really do enjoy booking vacations. So if you'd like to go anywhere, just let us know and we'll use our tag team power to make it the best vacation possible for you.
We try.
Yes.
I think we're a good team. We've been doing this for almost 3 years. Look at that.
Yeah.
We know what we're doing.
3 years on April 15th. Quickly.
I just absolutely love how much I hate and how funny it is that our anniversary of this show is freaking tax day. Like, this is the worst.
Yeah.
Whatever. We'll never forget it.
But one, we'll never forget it, and it's a good memory to have for that day. So
only thing good that'll happen that day.
So anyway, email us if you want to book a trip, and then connect with us on social media. If you haven't followed our social media channels, we are on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. We're also on YouTube now. Of course, we have a lot of people watching us on our YouTube channel right now. And commenting. We really love interacting with you, especially on Tuesday nights during the show. But then also on Discord. I don't have a graphic for Discord. Maybe I should make that. Find us on our Discord channel because every Friday night we host movie night. And at 8 p.m. Eastern, we all gather on Discord, and it's basically like this giant chat server. And we start the movie of the week on Disney Plus. Right at 8 o'clock, just so that we're kind of in sync with each other.
Yep.
And then we comment on that Friday night movie. And just a reminder, this month is Black History Month, so we wanted to do some special movie viewings. Last week we watched Hidden Figures. It was awesome. And this week is going to be The Color of Friendship, the Disney Channel original movie.
Wow. What a throwback.
Yes. And then on February 19th, we're watching Queen of Catway. And on February 26th, we are watching Remember the Titans. So come find us on Discord. If you go to our Facebook page and our Twitter account, the links in our bio actually take us to our link tree, and our Discord link is in that. So come find us there and join our channel and interact with us.
Or if you have Discord, the channel, or I guess our channel, Imagineers Disney Chat.
Yes.
Yeah.
There you go.
We are.
And let's see here. Podcast. You can find us on podcast as well. If you have enjoyed listening to the podcast but haven't subscribed yet, why haven't you?
That's a good question. Yeah. Or leave a review.
Yeah, or leave a review too.
Why not?
Appreciate those as well. Apple Podcast, especially for the reviews, and Google Podcast, Spotify, and pretty much anywhere that you listen to your podcast. I know there's a lot of apps out there. I use one for all of my podcast. I have a very long commute every day to work, so I typically listen to a podcast.
What do you listen to it on?
It's called, I forgot the name of it. I know that's terrible.
You're such a hipster. Just use Apple Podcasts.
Pocket Cast.
Oh my gosh.
No, so that's
all these techie things.
This is not a paid advertisement for Pocket Cast. So.
But it could be Pocket Cast if you're listening.
So come subscribe to the podcast. We we have a blast doing this every week, and we really enjoy doing it and interacting with you guys as always. And we will look forward to coming at you next week with another episode that we have not yet planned out that we probably should.
Shh! Don't let them know we don't know what we're doing.
We had like the past 3 weeks planned out, but now we're like, what do we do now?
Yeah.
We'll have some ideas.
Yeah, well, we have a lot of topic ideas. Sam sent us some things. Our patrons have been sending us some good ideas.
Yes, and Christoph actually talked to me today about an idea. I want to do it so bad. I just don't.
Oh my gosh, I'm scared.
Do some research because it's been a while since I've seen the footage. But way back, there was a television show shot at Disney World starring the one and only Hulk Hogan.
Oh my gosh, I have no idea what that is. I mean, I know who that is, but like show-wise, I have no idea.
Thunder in Paradise. Oh yes.
I imagine it's not on Disney Plus.
No. So we should do I think we may be doing a deep dive on that soon. So
well, what if, and I know we're like pitching ideas, what if we also just did an episode about other shows that have filmed at Disney? There's always, Boy Meets World, Full House had a Disney episode.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Full House, Family Matters.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Step
Basically anything with a laugh track in the 90s.
Step by Step. But now some more recent ABC television shows have done it as well. So
that's true.
That could make an interesting topic. We always take topic ideas from you guys. So
yeah.
Email us and let us know what those are. But until next week, friends, we look forward to coming at you with another episode. But until then, remember, if you can dream it, you can do it.
There's really no secret about our approach. We keep moving forward, opening up new doors, doing new things, because we're curious. And curiosity keeps leading us down new paths. We're always exploring and experimenting.